Anime, my one-hit kill sister. Continuing to episode 7, the scene portrays Asahi and Maya's childhood. They are being chased by a dog. Maya tries to protect Asahi from the dog. However, instead of attacking, the dog ends up licking Maya. The dog's owner eventually arrives. He has been searching for his dog since earlier. As Maya tries to approach Asahi, she sees him crying. Asahi is not crying out of fear of the dog, he is crying because he couldn't protect Maya. In the present time, Asahi receives an emergency mission from the guild. Subordinate monsters of the Demon King are attacking a village in the northwest. The monsters have set fire to the village. Fortunately, the villagers have escaped and hidden in the forest. One of the villagers has seen Asahi and Maya coming there to defeat the monsters. They believe in them as they possess the soul of heroes. The leader of the monsters is Stelopith the Cyclop, a henchman of one of the 6 generals of the Demon King. Before Stelopith could finish introducing himself, Maya instantly obliterates him with fire magic. The other monsters panic because Stelopith was defeated so easily. Ironically, Maya is called a monster by the monsters. They flee in fear. However, 3 small creatures remain and do not run away. Asahi intends to defeat them. For some reason, the 3 small creatures start performing a strange dance. Perhaps it's their way of begging for forgiveness. Despite that, Asahi remains firm in defeating them. However, when he sees their dance, Asahi's gaze starts to blur, as if he has been hypnotized. Suddenly, Asahi becomes very affectionate towards Maya. He even says "I love you" to Maya. Maya is clearly delighted by her brother's unusual behavior. She jumps towards Asahi to hug him, but accidentally hits Asahi's head on the ground. Because of that, it seems Asahi has returned to normal. Asahi tries to remember what happened. He finally recalls that he was hypnotized after seeing the dance of the 3 creatures. However, Asahi has no recollection of his actions while under hypnosis. Hearing this, Maya now understands why Asahi can be like an angel. Asahi won't be fooled by the small creatures again. He will defeat them before they start dancing. However, Maya prevents Asahi from defeating them. Instead, she threatens them to perform the dance again. The 3 small creatures reluctantly dance out of fear. Asahi accidentally sees it, and he gets hypnotized once more. Now, Asahi becomes affectionate towards Maya again. While gently stroking Asahi's head, Maya says she will be careful so that his head doesn't hit the ground again. Asahi indeed enjoys being stroked, but he also says that he loves everything Maya does. Unable to resist Asahi's cuteness, Maya violently nosebleeds until she faints. Asahi's head hits the ground and he regains consciousness. Shortly after, Maya asks the 3 small creatures to dance again. The creatures become exhausted from being forced by Maya to keep dancing. Asahi, who is still hypnotized, complains about his headache. Maya allows Asahi to sleep on her lap. Not only that, Asahi has one more request. He says he wants to marry Maya. Maya imagines the process of their marriage. However, her happiness is shattered by the arrival of an enemy. The enemy's name is Brondeth. He is Stelopith's brother and also one of the henchmen of the 6 generals of the Demon King. Asahi steps forward to fight against Brondeth. He wants to protect Maya. However, Asahi's legs are trembling severely, and Brondeth notices it. Asahi launches his attack, the stone throwing skill. However, the stone doesn't even reach Brondeth. Asahi starts crying uncontrollably. Maya, of course, cannot accept Brondeth making Asahi cry, especially by insulting his courage. Maya throws Brondeth far away with just one hand. Not stopping there, Maya uses powerful fire magic to attack Brondeth in the sky. Brondeth is already defeated, but Asahi is still crying. He is not crying out of fear, he is crying because once again he couldn't protect Maya, just like when they were chased by the dog in the past. Maya tries to calm him down. According to Maya, Asahi is not weak. Asahi is a kind-hearted person, caring, and doesn't ignore people in distress. He is very cool and brave. After hearing this, Asahi becomes cheerful again. He is determined to become stronger so that he can protect Maya. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a stone falls from the sky and hits Asahi's head. The stone brings Asahi back to consciousness. Maya wants to ask the three small creatures to hypnotize him, but they are already destroyed by Maya's magic. Maya is not giving up. Even though the three creatures are gone, she tries to perform the dance like those creatures. When Asahi sees it, he is not hypnotized. Instead, he wonders why his sister is dancing in this battle-scarred place. Maya finally gives up on hypnotizing Asahi and they start heading home. Asahi notices that Maya has been feeling down all this time. Maya curses herself for being powerless and pitiful. Asahi doesn't know why Maya is behaving like that, but he tries to comfort her. Asahi disagrees when Maya calls herself powerless because he has always relied on his sister. Asahi has admired Maya since long ago. He feels embarrassed after saying that and changes the subject by mentioning that he wants to eat Maya's delicious homemade steak hamburger. Maya becomes cheerful again, as usual. Maya realizes that the normal Asahi is the best. As usual, Asahi goes to the guild to receive a mission. However, Tanya is not working today, which is unusual. According to her colleagues, Tanya is on a date today. Asahi is quite shocked to hear that. If Tanya is on a date, it means she already has a boyfriend. Instead of feeling down, Asahi intends to look for Zieg because he must be free. But coincidentally, Asahi meets Tanya. At first, Asahi doesn't recognize the girl in front of him as Tanya because it's the first time he sees her in casual clothes. Asahi asks about her date today. It turns out that Tanya is not actually on a date, her colleagues were just teasing her. In reality, Tanya is accompanying her younger brother, Roy, for a walk. Roy seems interested when he sees the sword that Asahi is carrying. However, Roy becomes shy when Asahi talks to him. While Tanya is an outgoing girl, her brother is shy. Their personalities are very different. Asahi is reminded that his relationship with Maya is also very different. Tanya says that Roy likes to hear stories about heroes. To get Roy interested in the outside world, their family often tells him adventurous tales. Then, when Asahi introduces himself, it turns out that Roy knows about Asahi, the ogre-level adventurer. Roy always hears his sister talking about Asahi every day. Tanya immediately silences Roy, trying to deceive Asahi that she doesn't talk about him every day. Roy also knows that Asahi has defeated the right hand of the 6 generals of the Demon King. Although it was actually Maya who did all that. Asahi asks why Tanya came to the guild even though she had a day off. It turns out Tanya wants to make a request at the guild. She needs a guard to accompany them to the next town. Since they have already met, Roy asks if Asahi can be their escort. Tanya also agrees to be escorted by an ogre-level adventurer. Asahi panics immediately. If he encounters monsters, it will be revealed that he is actually weak. After that, Tanya and Roy will be disappointed in him. However, Asahi cannot refuse Roy's sincere plea. Whether he likes it or not, Asahi accepts the request. Currently, they are leisurely riding in a horse-drawn carriage. After some contemplation, Asahi realizes that it's impossible for strong monsters to appear on the main road. He doesn't need to worry about his honor being tarnished. Asahi asks Roy how it feels to go outside the city. Roy is still too shy to answer. Their relaxed journey seems to come to an end as the carriage suddenly stops. A wyvern blocks their path. Wyverns shouldn't appear on the main road like this. It seems to be an unlucky day for Asahi. The wyvern breathes fire towards them, but fortunately, Asahi pushes Tanya and Roy to safety. However, the horse and its driver flee, leaving the 3 of them behind. They need to run away immediately, but Roy is so scared that he can't stand up. Tanya and Roy rely on Asahi to defeat the wyvern. Once again, Asahi is burdened with heavy expectations. When he sees Tanya protecting and comforting Roy, Asahi is reminded of Maya. Finally, Asahi becomes motivated to fight the wyvern. He draws his sword and launches an attack. However, Asahi's attack is so weak that the wyvern is confused by his actions. The wyvern intends to breathe fire again. Asahi must protect Tanya and Roy no matter what. Asahi uses the stone throwing skill to throw a stone into the wyvern's mouth. Thanks to the stone, when the wyvern spews its fire, it ends up exploding itself. Asahi can't believe he has defeated a wyvern. The situation is now safe, but Roy becomes sad because he was only scared and didn't take any action. Roy is unsure if he can become a brave adventurer. That's when Asahi motivates him. Asahi, who is admired by Roy, used to be a crybaby and always relied on his older sister. Therefore, Asahi asks Roy not to be sad and to continue to strive hard so that he can become strong and protect Tanya in the future. Before that, they have another problem. There are no horse-drawn carriages to take them home. It seems they have to walk back. Roy becomes excited because he sees it as an adventure. He even hopes to encounter more monsters so he can witness Asahi's actions again. However, it turns out that the Wyvern from earlier is still alive and wants to breathe fire at them once more. Fortunately, Maya is there, having been observing Asahi all along. Maya is very proud because Asahi has come this far. When Asahi arrives home, he is confused as to why Maya suddenly made him a cake. The cake is even decorated with Asahi's face. Maya made the cake to celebrate Asahi's success, but she doesn't reveal the reason to Asahi. This is the end of episode 7. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss part 8 of this series recap.